Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer Baker, and today I will be sharing with you one of the most life-changing journeys I've ever been on, and that is how I lost 120 pounds and completely transformed my life. So for years, I struggled with my weight, going from yo-yo dieting to inconsistent gym routine. I felt I was stuck in a cycle. I knew I needed to do something about this. After having my child, I had postnatal depression. I know this is something that a lot of women don't talk about, but that is a story for another day. I completely neglected my well-being. I neglected myself so much so I was eating a lot of junk food. I was at risk of developing type 2 diabetes. I had sleep apnea, and my Achilles would hurt whenever I walked or just stood for an extended period. It was actually at this point that I realized that I needed to do something to change my life. Of course, I had to. Not just for my weight loss, not just for how I looked, but more so for, my health and my future and my confidence, because at that point I lost my confidence completely. But let me tell you this journey isn't about a quick fix. It's not about extreme diets or cutting out your favorite foods. It's about prayers, persistent, and finding sustainable ways to be the better version of yourself. So I'm here to show you that if I can do it, so can you. So I'm going to tell you to sit back, relax, grab your tea, coffee, water, and let's dive into this journey. And hopefully it would help those of you that want to lose weight as well. So let me give you just a bit of background. I have always struggled with my weight, and when I gave birth, I peaked at 270 pounds. It was also during the time of the pandemic as well, staying at home. I was just eating a lot with not much to do. But it wasn't just the number on the scale for me. It was more so how I felt. I felt tired. I felt out of control. I lost confidence in myself. I actually was piling on a lot of health issues, which I mentioned earlier. So I knew that I needed to make a change and I needed to lose some weight, which would obviously help me. That was the mindset I had at the time. But the problem was now where to start. Where do I start from? I tried yo-yo dieting. I've tried all kinds of dieting. I tried starving myself. I tried just juicing, cutting out my favorite food, cutting out carbs. And it worked for a while, but it wasn't sustainable. So I didn't keep at it because it was not sustainable at all. And so I would stop and then I would pile the weight back on, and sometimes with a little bit extra. And then with the gym and exercise, I would join the gym, having a lot of motivation. I would start strong, and then I would maybe try to do hours at the gym at a time. And then within weeks, I tend to give up on it. So I reached a point in my life where I knew I couldn't live like this anymore. I prayed, yes, I prayed, and I asked God for strength to change. During the same period, I got a book from a friend by James Clear. And when I read that book, it was at that point that I realized that I was only just thinking about weight loss. This is about lifestyle change, becoming the better version of myself. And so in that book, James Clear said something about the power of small, consistent habits and how just making 1% improvement daily can make a whole lot of change in the long term. And so that for me sounded like, just doing 10 minutes of exercises a day. Instead of having 2 Mars bars, I could just replace 1 Mars bar with, a piece of fruit or vegetables. And so that was something that I did, those small changes, although it didn't feel like a lot in the moment, but over time, it paid off. I always have to remember that, it's not about perfection, but it's really about showing up daily. So I started going to the gym. I would do like short bursts of exercises for 10 minutes, and then I would walk for 10 minutes. And that grew into, doing 1 hour of gym 2 days per week while still doing my 10 minutes daily walk. And now I do about 2 hours at the gym 4 to 5 days a week, mostly 4 days a week. Sometimes I do 3 hours because I'm trying to incorporate Pilates into my routine. But the consistency has really, really helped me. And I still walk. I walk to the gym and walk back from the gym. So it takes me about 25 minutes to walk to the gym and 25 minutes to walk back home. I actually really enjoy walking, just from, doing just 10 minutes daily walk, walking 5 minutes down the road and 5 minutes back home. Now, I can't even take the bus or drive to the gym. I just walk to the gym, have my headphone on, listen to, some music, something inspirational. And that is what I do. 50 minutes of walking on top of my 2 to 3 hours gym, 4 to 5 days per week. And that really, really helped. It wasn't easy at first, but, like I said, small changes here and there, small changes, consistency would actually help you. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks for you to build that habit. It won't be easy at first, but trust me, if you keep at it, you will thank me later. The second thing I had to do was eating in moderation. There was no extreme diet. I didn't have to cut out any food, any of my favorite food. I just had to start eating it in moderation. So I will still have my Mars bars. I love Mars bars. But instead of having more than one, I would have one. I was making little changes, adding more proteins to my meal and just, like taking away portions of the unhealthy junk food that, I used to like. Fizzy drinks, I would reduce that. And that really made a difference. From eating in moderation, I moved to intermittent fasting. That was a game changer for me. Intermittent fasting was really a game changer for me. And this is where I fast for 16 hours of the day, and then I have like an 8-hour window to eat my meals. So you're fasting when you're sleeping. It's basically just stop eating the night before. So I would stop eating maybe between 8 and 9, and then I wouldn't eat anything else until 1 p.m., 2 p.m. the next day. So from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. I have that eating window. And when I break my fast, I will start something like a high protein meal. So maybe eggs. I love kefir, which is a kind of unsweetened yogurt, which is really good for the guts. And I will have that with some fruits or spinach, just something high. And then just eat throughout the day and try to eat something that keeps you full. So that was the next stage of my diet. And even till today, I still do intermittent fasting because I'm not a breakfast person anymore. I don't wake up feeling very hungry. I break sometimes at 1 p.m., at 2 p.m. Sometimes I get really busy and will break at 3 p.m., but that is rare. It's usually 1 p.m., 2 p.m. I hope I've been able to convince you. Eating in moderation, showing up to the gym, consistency. These are the lessons that I've learned on my journey. I cannot downplay the role of prayer. There were times that I wanted to give up, but I had to remind myself of why I started in the first place. and had to lean on God to give me strength to continue. Also, as I mentioned before, reading Atomic Habits by James Clear really helped me. It helped me in terms of trying to identify who I am as opposed to the outcome of things. Not that outcomes aren't important, but it sort of started to make me, or rather make me realize my identity. So I started to take on the identity of someone who is mindful of what she eats, someone who takes care of her health, and that really helped me stay consistent. If you want to read the book, that's fine. It would help you. If it helps you, it helps you. But trust me, building small, consistent habits really helped me. 10 minutes of gym, 10 minutes of exercise, just walking, to and fro. And then you build that habit over time, and trust me, you'll be fine. I will end by saying that, you need to give yourself some grace. The weight loss journey isn't really about quick fixes. You need to give yourself time. You need to start slowly but consistently showing up. If I can do it, I know you can do it too. So thank you for watching. If you are on your weight loss journey, I would love to hear about it. And if you have any questions, please comment below in the comments, and I'll be happy to respond to you. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you like more content like this. Like I said, if you want me to do the video on intermittent fasting, please let me know. If you also want me to do a video on what I eat in a day, please let me know, and I will do that. I'm trying to build a community here where we support each other and inspire each other. So don't hesitate to ask any question if you have any. Thank you.